Okay.
So yeah, we cover using element locator using ID and by name, correct?
Yeah.
Now let's see how to locate the element using class name, link text, partial link text, okay, and Xpath, CSS selector, and tag name. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So for that, I have one website. Okay, this is my website,
Yeah.
or I would say, I can say another tools QA demo site, and this is also important site. You should make
Okay.
it as a bookmark. Go to demo. There is some basic demo site, automation practice form, automation practice switch window. There are a lot of examples or demo are present. You just go
Okay.
and practice them.
Okay.
So this is my demo site for application form. Okay,
Okay.
of form automation. So let's try to automate this frame. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let it open. Fine. This is a site, demo site, practice form. Okay. So our intention is to open the browser in Chrome browser. Then we'll
Okay.
be navigating to this particular URL. After that,
Yep.
we'll be entering some text. First name, last
Okay.
name. Here we need to select male, female. Okay, and
Uh-huh.
years of experience, 1, 2, 3, whatever
Yeah.
you can select. And here, this is a date. We need to enter date in this like this.
Okay.
Okay, like
Yes.
something like this. Okay, you need to enter the date format. After that, what is the profession? Is automation testing or manual testing? Okay,
Okay.
then the third one is we need to browse some desktop file. We need to upload some file into it.
Okay.
We do upload images or document file or resume in some forms, like so the
Yeah.
same thing we'll be doing over here. And this one is a download framework. This there is a framework for this. You can download it and go through it. So I'll let you
Okay.
know once it is completed. I'll tell you the process. Okay.
Okay.
What is the framework? We'll be covering all these things in later classes.
Okay.
So the first, um, we need to specify the elements. We need to locate the element. Okay, how to locate the element? In the morning class, we discussed about it. So
Uh,
how to locate? You need to right click on that element, correct,
yes.
and go to inspect element.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, remember?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And here you can see this is the web element of type input type, right? And
Yeah.
it will be highlighted once you right click on that and go to the inspect element, this
Mm-hmm.
one. Then it will be highlighted that particular element in DOM, the document object model. Okay,
Okay.
and fine. It has some attributes. It has a name attribute. Okay, the name is the first name, and type is also another attribute. The type
Okay.
is text, so that means you
Text.
can enter only text value in this. Okay,
Okay.
text can
Yeah.
be anything, number, maybe anything, right?
Yes.
And yeah, this thing, this input box has the name attribute, so we'll be using that to enter some value. Can you just
Okay.
tell me
Yeah.
what is the process, how to write in Selenium?
Uh, we need to go to the first driver
Hmm.
dot uh,
Get.
then we need to yeah, driver dot get
Mm-hmm.
Google Chrome.
No,
Then
not Google Chrome. Yeah, Chrome browser. Okay. So
yeah,
we need to create first Chrome browser instance. Okay.
yeah,
Object.
yes,
Then
the
driver.
URL.
Correct. Driver dot get, and you need to provide the URL. This URL into that get function. Correct.
Okay,
After that, it will be navigating to this particular page.
okay,
Right? So we are now in this page. So our next motto is to enter some value in first name and then last name and so on. Right?
okay,
So
yes.
how to identify this particular element in our program? We did something called driver dot find element. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what we used? Can you just tell me if you remember?
Uh,
You
just
can
let me
see.
check. Public last. Then we said that
Mhm.
we need to input into the text box. So text, we selected the text function, get text.
Yeah, get text is to retrieve some value. Okay, retrieve some value from here. Like suppose this is my text. Okay,
Okay.
I just want to print this value. I just extract this value and write it somewhere. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to extract this text one and put it in some Excel, or I can write somewhere. I can reuse this thing, right?
Yeah.
So that is get text is used for that. But to find element, to find this particular element in this DOM, what we need
Mm-hmm.
to write is driver dot find element. Okay,
Yeah.
then this is the syntax for finding that element using by id or by name or by partial text, or we can use the Xpath css selector, etc., right?
Yeah.
So let me create one more class for it. Okay, so I would say right click on that. uh, Today please Aditya, please go through all this Selenium concept at least, whatever we
Sure. Sure.
discussed in previous two classes. Okay, so just go
Yeah.
through that. So that would be easy for you in the coming classes, because that would require much more knowledge of this two class.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
If Java is not completed, that's fine, that you can complete in later on. But the thing is, you need to have more conceptually strong in this thing.
Okay.
Tools QA demo. Okay, I'm creating one class called tools QA demo, right? So what is my next step? I have created this class. Now the second step is to write something called public static void main, right?
Yes.
Why we use this public static void main?
Uh, it's an argument that we use
Mm,
to,
yeah, correct. But why we use this in general?
because it's a static function and it's in public this thing, like
Hmm.
it's open to public, so a domain is public, like private public, that's,
Yeah, yeah. The
and it's a
main.
string basically.
Correct. So yeah, it's public means we can access it some anywhere. But the thing is that we do not use the main function for that purpose. So the main purpose for using the public static void main is our execution starts from here only. If you do not write this public static void main, our compiler will not understand like from which is the starting point. Correct.
Okay.
So
Yes.
this is the starting point to execute any program in Java.
Okay.
Okay. This public static
Yes.
void main must be there to just compile any program,
Yeah.
right? Correct. So we are done with public static void main. Then second step is what we need to do. We need to write the driver class, right?
Yeah.
So how to do this? System dot
System dot out. No,
we
no.
need to set the properties of the driver, right? Chrome driver. System dot get property or
Get property. Yeah.
set property, whichever. We need to write the set the property. Okay, 1 second. Set the property. Set property. Here it is. You need to provide two string type. Okay. Here you can write WebDriver. Okay. Dot Chrome
Mm. Yeah.
dot driver. Correct. And
Yeah.
here you need to provide the path of the driver you have already downloaded, right?
Yeah.
And the driver is already present from here. So this driver is being downloaded from that seleniumhq.org site, right?
Yes.
Remember, we in the first class we downloaded this thing and Selenium thing, Selenium
Yeah.
jar, etc. We downloaded it for a setup class. Just go through that class. I think you will be clear everything. And we need,
Okay.
there are some error over here. We need to write double backslash. Now it's fine.
Yeah.
Then the second step is we need to create one web driver. Okay,
Yes.
not Chrome driver. We need to create one object of this.
Yeah.
And once you hover in that, it will say to import this class. Okay, this particular. This is the web driver's interface. This Chrome driver is a class. Okay, so
Yeah.
now we are just opened up this Chrome browser. Then we need to navigate. Before that, we need to suppose we want to maximize this driver.manage dot maximize, sorry, window, right? Window dot maximize. Okay, so it will maximize your driver. And the next thing, if you want to provide some implicit weight, that can be done. Driver dot manage
Yeah.
dot timeout dot implicit weight.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can give something called suppose 30 second. Okay,
Yeah.
and here I'll be setting up the time unit. Okay, time unit dot in second. Fine.
Yes.
Then after that, to navigate to this particular page, to open up this particular browse link, what I need to write? What are the function?
Uh,
Driver dot.
dr- driver dot. Then we need to
You can see from here from
the
this link.
browser that we are using, the Google Chrome.
Google Chrome is already being opened, right? This one. If you write this line number 13, web
Yes. Yes.
driver driver equal to new Chrome driver, so it will open up a blank, this browser, Chrome browser. Okay, so browser is
Yeah.
open now. So next thing, what you need to do?
You are in driver dot
Hmm? Yeah, tell me. Driver dot. You can find
driver dot.
it is present in this list. So which one it is? We used in the previous
Just
class.
a minute. Boolean web element, no, string.
to open up that URL?
Current URL string.
Current URL, when we use current URL, I am in some, I am in this page, suppose. Okay. In that case,
Yeah,
I am using get current URL, means that will return me this particular URL. But now my Chrome driver or Chrome browser will open up and there is nothing. This is blank only. I'm not
yeah,
navigating to any page. So if I write driver.get current URL, it will give me null. There is
yeah,
nothing present, right?
yes,
So for that, I need to go to that particular link first, right? How to go?
yeah.
How to open up any URL? Need
Driver
to
dot.
mhm, driver.get, correct?
Yes, driver dot get.
And here you need to provide your link.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
To open the URL. Fine.
Yeah.
Now I have opened up this URL. So I am now in this page. Correct?
Yes.
In this page. The next aim is to find out this particular first name, last name, and this male female button. Okay.
Yes.
So how
Driver dot web element.
driver dot
Web element.
find element, right?
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
find element, and here you need to write, it will give you some suggestion like by argument, so you need to write by dot. Okay, you can use class name, css selector, id, link text, name, parcel text, tag name, xpaths, etc. Okay, there are 8
Yeah.
element locator present in Selenium, but you need to find out which attribute or which locator is present for this particular web element, right? Here you can right click. Okay, then go to inspect element and you'll find one, pen like this, and here you can
Yeah.
find it is giving name is present, whichever present, right?
Yeah.
Whichever present, you go with that. If id is present, first priority will go to id. Okay,
Okay.
second priority would go to the name. Okay, then
Yeah.
later on you can use anything. You can go with the css selector, you can go with the class name. Okay, you can go with the that tag name, etc.
Yes.
Okay? But it is most recommended if id is present, unique id is present, you go with that unique id. And if then id is not present, okay, id is not present, then go with this name.
Okay.
Correct. So I'm going with this name. So what I need to write? By dot
By
name.
dot.
Name, because
Yeah.
name is present for me, right?
Yes.
And here in this bracket, I need to write provide this first name, this name. Okay, this name, the value of that
Yes.
particular name. Okay, understood?
Yes.
So that it will this driver dot find element go to this DOM and try to find out this particular element having the name, first name. Okay,
Yeah.
so it will definitely able to find out, or you can identify this particular element input box,
Yeah.
right? So now this particular input box is being identified by Selenium.
Yeah.
The next step, what it will do, it is identified. Now the next step would be to
To
perform some action on that. So what action need to be done for here?
uh, you have to enter the first name.
Yeah, enter, correct. So the entering the value, we need to write the send keys, correct.
Yeah.
Remember this thing, this command. To enter any value, we need to write send keys. First name you can write Aditya, correct.
Yeah.
Then I'm writing the last name as well. So help me how to find out the enter the value in the last name.
We need to go to the driver,
Mm-hmm.
driver dot
Yeah, driver
find element
driver dot find element. Then
dot name.
uh,
Then
not dot name. We need to find out like whichever attribute is present. But here, what I need
text
to write by
by
dot
text
by
text.
dot. It would be text. Let me check by dot text. Text is not present. Text is not a locator, right? Locator.
By box attribute some box you said yesterday.
Yeah, this is the locator present. Okay. So
Link.
that is web element. Okay. So this one. This is the web element type. There is a edit box, there is a link, there is a input box, button, radio button. This is a type of web element. But to locate this web element, we have 8 locator present in Selenium. Okay, this is coming
Yeah,
from the Selenium. This
yeah,
8 element locator. By
yeah.
using this, we can locate any web element present in any web page. Correct?
Okay, yeah,
And this is the web element. Like this is a input box. I can say this is a input box. Hey, this is a radio button. This is a text date picker. I can say this is
yeah.
a button. This is a link text. So this is a type of web element. Okay,
Yes,
there are multiple kind of web element. This is a drop down, you can say, right? But to identify this particular element, we need to use some locator which were present in Selenium. So
yeah,
we have only 8 type of element locator present in Selenium, called id, name, by class name, by link text, by partial
yeah,
link text, then xpath, then css selector, and then tag name. Okay,
yeah,
so these are the locators present in Selenium. So we can find out here the name is present. Name is
yeah,
also a element locator. You can find out using the first name.
yeah,
Okay. If you would have ID, here ID equals first name, you can go with the ID.
yeah,
If it is a class name, then you can go with the class name. Fine.
yeah. Yes,
So here I need to write by dot name is present, right? Name.
yeah.
Go with the name. So what's the name of that particular web element?
Uh, Last name.
Yeah, this is the name, but the element, web element name. So how to find out the web element name? Go right click on this input
Mm-hmm.
box, go to inspect element. So it will show you the name. Okay, you can
Yeah.
see name equals last name.
Yes.
So you need to copy this thing. If you miss anything like last name, if you miss E from here, it will not identify your web element.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
The same thing you need to copy. Okay,
Yeah.
this one, fine.
Yeah.
So now
Yes.
I am identified this last name input box. So the next step would be to enter some value in.
Yeah.
Correct. So
Yes.
how to enter the value? Some Aditya, you can say last name is Mukhedkar, right?
Yes.
I can enter it. Now let's
Yeah.
run it. Let's see whether it is being um, enter all this value or not. Let's check it.
Yes.
Right click on that, go to run as, then Java application.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I think there is some issue. Fine. So let me run once again. There was some error previously.
Sure.
Um,
Sure. Yeah.
Now this running. Let's see whether it is being working fine or not.
Okay.
it should open up this Chrome driver, then
Mm-hmm.
go to this toolsqa.com automation demo site. Then let's see.
Okay. Yeah.
Now this browser is open up.
Yeah.
Now this is taking some time to load.
Yeah. Chrome is being controlled by automated test.
Okay. Okay. Now this site is launched. You can see here it is enter Aditya and Muketka, right?
Oh yes.
Okay. So first of all, we need to identify this element. Then
Yeah.
we need to perform some action on that.
Okay. Yeah.
So by using name, it is being done. So the similarly, if let me check if there is any other ID is present for anything. Okay, fine. So you can see from here there is one more attribute is present. ID equal something, preference
Yeah.
one or profession zero. So this ID also we can use by dot ID. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna click on this. Okay, let me click on male female. Okay, fine. So the first thing I'll be doing entering your name, then I'll be checking with the male and female, right? Whichever
Yes.
required. So how to identify this male radio button?
The attributes
Mhm. Driver dot
dot find element
find element, then
uh,
by
by
dot
dot
ID is
uh,
present. Let me check. You can see here ID is here, this one, sex
yeah.
zero. Sex
Yeah.
zero, that means male. Okay.
Yeah.
If I go with this second input box, that is ID
Sex
equal
one.
to sex one. That means it's a female.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Or you can go with this name. Okay.
Yeah.
You can identify the element by dot name. You can identify this element using by dot ID. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. So let's go with this. It will enter this first name, last name, then it will click on this mail. So how to do
Oh.
this? So we have the first step we have done.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
1 second. Okay. So we have done with this first name, last name. Then the third step is enter male or female. Correct.
Yeah.
So I know we have ID present, so we'll go with the ID. So here I need to write sex zero, correct?
Yeah.
So this one. This is the ID. Copy this
Yeah.
and paste over here. Then,
Okay.
if it is a radio button, so what are the action we need to perform? We need to click on that, right?
Yeah.
If we just click on male, it will be selected. If I write on the female, okay, male or female, it will. We need to click on that. Action would be dot click.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So that means it will select male.
Yes.
Then after I'll be writing experience. I'll say I have like 6 year experience or 5 years experience.
Yeah.
So how to write this thing? Experience. Enter.
Then again, it will be driver dot find element by ID, and
Correct.
then
Correct. Experience would be driver dot
find element
find
by
element
ID,
by
by
dot
ID,
by ID.
ID.
ID would
Then
be ID we need to take from here. If it is a 5 years, so you can see input ID equals this thing,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
Now, so this is also a radio button. We need to click on that.
Yeah.
Fine. Then the third step would be I need to enter this date.
Yeah.
Okay, whichever date I can enter.
Okay.
So need to identify that element first. It is also date ID is present.
Yeah.
So I can go enter date, right?
Yeah.
I can write driver dot find by dot sorry sorry by dot id.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be entering date picker. Id is a date picker, correct?
Yeah.
So here this is the input type, so I need to enter some value, right?
Yeah.
So what the value I'll be entering? The date.
Yeah.
Whatever date is present I can enter. Send keys. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
with 02 04 2018. Okay,
Yeah.
today's date. So this thing will be entered. Then I'll be checking this manual testing or automation testing. I'll be click on this automation testing. Okay,
Okay.
it has something called ID also present,
Yeah.
right? So I'll be writing that. So automation driver dot find element by dot id is present. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
writing that, and so this is a checkbox. So checkbox also need to be clicked, right? So
Yeah.
click. Fine, fine. Then I need to run it. Let's see whether this thing is working fine or not.
Okay.
This all the information need to be filled up. Let's see. Let's check whether it is working fine or not. So you can see everything is being selected, right? Like
Yes.
six. This is the mail. This is this today's date is entered. This automation tester is being checked, right?
Yeah.
And all this information is being filled, correct?
Yeah.
So this is how exactly the automation in organization we do automate, right? We need to click on
Yeah.
this, all these things we do, right?
Yes.
And you can select all this information. Okay, fine. So this is done about the checkbox, input box, everything. Okay, and
Yes.
the next thing we'll be doing with this. This is a different type of web element. This is a Dropbox, correct? How
Yeah.
to, how to select this Dropbox? How to select it? You need to click on this, then go to this particular America, Antarctica, whatever, Africa, Asia, whatever, right? You can go with
Yeah.
this, click on that. So how to select a drop down value from Dropbox? Okay, let's do that one.
Okay.
Selecting
Yeah.
a drop down box, right? So the same thing. I'll be first. I'll be just identify this web element. How to identify? Right click on this. Go to page source, or there are another thing. There another tool is available. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Tool is called Firebug and Firepath. This is more
Yeah.
important in organization. You can use Firebug and Firepath. Okay, here I can
Yes.
write to identify web element locator. Okay, we use Firebug
Yeah.
plus Firepath. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is only worked with Chrome. Sorry, Mozilla Firefox.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Firefox browser, but there are some limitation. If the browser version is greater than 56, I think, I believe, so
Yeah.
it will not work. So you need to downgrade your Mozilla Firefox version to something lesser than 56, or you just go with the 48 version. 48 will work fine. Okay,
Yeah.
48 version will work. So how to uh, install this? How to get this Firebug and Firepath? Go to your browser. Okay, Mozilla Firefox browser, and
Mm-hmm.
navigate and write the Google, or yeah, whatever. Okay, search box you have, and go and write the Firebug
Mm-hmm.
download for Firefox. Okay,
Yeah.
and will uh, you'll go you need to go with the addons.mozilla.org. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the official site. Then here there is option called add to Firefox, and you need to install this plugin.
Okay.
Then after that, you need to find out the file path.
Okay.
Okay, so file path, this one, you need to add it. So it will
Yeah.
help you to get the Xpaths or ID easily. So this is here I can say this one. This is my Firebug or Firepath. Okay, once I click on
Yeah.
that, and this is my locator point. If I click and go to this any element, once I navigate, it will show me this that particular element over here. I can easily get the class name or ID, whatever. So you can see here the class name is present. Okay, so I can
Yeah.
use the class name as well. This class name, like driver dot find element by dot class name. Okay,
Yeah.
so class name would be this. Fine,
Yeah.
fine. So similarly, there is another here. You can see one tab is present, fire path. So
Yeah.
once you uh, point to any particular web element, it will give you the XPaths of that particular element. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll talk more about it. What is XPath? How do we write XPaths? Right? There is
Yeah.
two thing in XPath. Okay,
Sure.
so yeah, so ID is gone. ID, how to identify ID. Class name also we can use in a similar manner. The second thing is link text and partial link text. Okay,
Yeah.
so using link text here you can find there is something called link text is present. Okay, partial link text, and this is a link text. Link is something where we need to click and it will do some action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is going to some table or something, or a practice table, right? So once I click on that link, should go to that particular element, go to that particular page. Correct.
Yeah.
Fine. So I'll be writing the link text. How to get the link text? Let's just uncomment this thing. I'm not performing any action, or I can write this thing first. First of all, selecting drop down, everything is done. Okay, let's
Yeah.
write this. Okay, so I'm just giving whole code. Okay,
Yeah.
so the same thing, same example I have already using ID, using name. Okay,
Yeah.
example 2, and here you can find that. Okay, and the
Yes.
third, or I would say second, using link text and partial link text.
Yeah.
Right? Sorry. So I'm using, let's remove this thing. Okay, or maybe I'll comment it. Okay, I'm navigating this particular web page, then I'll be clicking on this. Uh, let's see, I'll be clicking on this link text. Okay,
Yeah.
so how to do that? The same thing. We need to write driver dot find element. Okay, by
Yes.
dot there is something called link text. Okay,
Yes.
link text. If I write like this, and I need to provide the same link, this one, exactly the same text of that link, I need to provide copy and just paste it.
Okay.
If it is a link, so if it is a link, what are the action need to be performed on that? We can click on that, right?
Yeah.
So let me just click on that, clicking on that. Okay, so I just print something, system.out printer, then clicked on the link text.
Yeah.
Okay, link. So let's see whether it is working fine or not.
Yeah.
So it is navigating to that web page. After that, it will click on that the link text, that partial link text field.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can observe here. So now I think it's clicked? No, not clicked. Did it clicked on the link? Okay. Yeah, it clicked, but the same page is being opened up, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So if I click on the second link, okay, second link name was link text. Second, so
Yeah.
first is being clicked, link one, or I would say, yeah, link one. Then the second link need to click find element by dot link text. Okay, the second link was
Yeah.
same name. I need to just copy and paste.
Yeah.
Right here, I need
Yes.
to click. You can say clicked on the second link.
Yeah.
If I click on that, so that's right. First, it will click on the first link. Then after
Yeah.
it will click on the second link.
Yes.
Okay, it is opening up, loading the page. Let's see whether it is working or not. This site is taking some time. So yeah, first link is being clicked and the second link is also is being clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, second link is being clicked and now we are on automation practice table. Okay,
Yeah.
the next page we are here, right? So this is how this link text works. Okay, this is the link text, but we can use the partial link text, right? Partial link text. Suppose there is a scenario where this link name is very big. Okay, there are
Okay.
some link also present, like URL is present. This is a very big, so might we cannot use like such a big URL. So for that we use this partial link text. We can use the half of that, or we can write some initial value of that link text so that it will identify. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's check. I'm using here partial link text. Okay,
Yeah.
how to do that? Driver dot find element, okay, by dot partial link text. Okay, there is something called
Yeah.
partial link text, and here if you do not enter the whole link also, that is fine. I can write the link.
Yeah.
Okay, only link, not the link text. I'm not writing, or I can say let's say link space t only.
Yes.
Okay, not whole. I'm just writing till here, link test, link t. Fine.
Yes.
And let's click on that. Let's see what happens, whether it is being identified or not. Let's see. So it's opening up this web page. Okay, now this yeah, I think this is being, it's not clicked. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, the first one is being clicked, I believe, because it also contains the link T also, right? Link text. Okay, so that's why it the first link is being clicked. Now the second one, suppose I would write link test. Okay, only link test, but that is also contained by this, so it will not, you know, click on the first one, click on the second one. It will first find out this first link, because this first link also contain this link test. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's why it will click on the first link, not the second link.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So this is how the link text will work. Partial link text will work. The second one
Okay.
was Xpath. So basically what Xpath mean? Okay, so if you have any knowledge about the HTML, right?
Mm-hmm.
HTML. So let me just give you one example how one HTML page is being created. Okay, let me just create one HTML page first. Okay, how to create one HTML? Just uh, we need to write it in a simple text format. Within that, let me just give you one example. Okay, HTML demo. Fine.
Yeah.
So first we need to write head, sorry, HTML within this tag. Okay,
Yeah.
HTML, and we need to enter the end of the HTML.
Yeah.
Fine. Sorry, this thing. And within these anchor tags, okay, anchor tag, we can write anything. Suppose I
Yeah.
want to have header. Okay, I can
Yeah.
write head within it, and then end of the head. Fine. And within this, I can write some text.
Yeah.
Welcome to my site. So how the web page is being created? Okay, this is how web page is being. First, we need to write the HTML tag, then the head or title, whatever, then the HTML body content. Okay,
Yeah.
so the UI developer, they design this HTML page. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
here I can write the body, and this is end of the body text. Okay,
Yeah.
within this body, I can have a lot of whatever I need to, enter. I can have all these things. Suppose I would say this is my user form. Okay, so
Yeah.
if I want to see the this thing, okay, I can show the page source of this particular page. So how it is being written, right? You can see
Yeah.
there is a HTML tag, okay, and there is a end of this HTML here, okay,
Yeah.
in the end HTML. Then this is body, end of this body. But here you can see here After head, there is a script because they have written some advanced, JavaScript concept over here. Okay, so we are not going to in detail in that, but this is how uh, this thing HTML we write. Like first, it's a tree structure, I would say, right? Like first we need to write the HTML, then heading, then body, and within that we can have like input, okay, input box. I can write some input box, okay. Then I
Yeah.
can write some title, okay. This is how we can write the title,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can write some link over here. We can just refer this links, okay. And there are other things also is being present. You can see we can write some div, right? In body we can give some attribute on that, so class name or something we can provide, okay. And then we need to write a div.
Okay.
The div means if it is a body of this web page, whatever you see in this web page, okay, this is all called body of that particular web page, right?
Yeah.
And this is the title or header, okay. And whatever you write within this web page, whatever you can see, this is called body, correct?
Yeah.
So in body we can have a different divisions. So till here this is one division. You can see this header part. This is
Yeah.
in green, sorry, in blue. This is a one division, okay. And here I can write div, okay,
Yeah.
and end of the div, fine. So likewise we can have multiple divs,
Yeah.
div 1, div 2, div 3. So each div have different some, suppose this is for user information. This div will contain all the user information, and this division, okay, will contain this header part, or this div will contain this menu, and
Yeah.
this is, if I am creating another div, it will contain all the user form, correct?
Yeah.
So this is how a tree structure will we need to use in HTML, okay. And within div we can have all the input box or link text, whatever. Suppose it's an input box, okay, and you can ID, I can give some ID of that input box. ID is last name or first name, okay.
Yeah.
So this is how this works, HTML, okay. Suppose I want to find this input box or the first name, okay. First I need to traverse through HTML, need to write the HTML, then head, then body, then division, then input, then ID name.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
called the Xpath. Okay,
Yeah.
got it? So
Yes.
to get any particular web element, suppose this is my web element, this is first name is my web element, right? To get this
Yeah.
web element, how to get this web element, how to get this XPath of that element? I need to traverse through from the root to this particular element, correct?
Yes.
So what's the root of this web page? HTML, right? This is
Yes.
the root because it is starting from the HTML, then header, then body, then division, then input box. Okay,
Yeah.
got it?
Yes.
So this is called XPath. XPath
Yeah.
is the location. One second. Yeah. So XPath equal to the location of the web element on the web page, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So we need to find the location, the root, okay, of that web element. Suppose there is example, Okay, so there is example. If someone will ask you you know to address of your where you are staying, right? So
Yes.
if you give the room number, okay, to any person, they might not able to recognize you, right? So
Yeah.
you need to, if he is from outside, you need to give all the information like which country you are staying, and which county or state, and which district, and which locality, and in which locality, which building number, what is the room number, etc. So there is a hierarchy, right? If it is a new
Yeah.
person ask you, so you cannot give him like my room number this, so he cannot go to that particular place, right? You need to
Yeah.
give all the information to that particular person.
Yeah.
So similarly, in a web page also, okay, if some id is not present, if the class name is not present, if
Mm-hmm.
css attribute is not present, okay, and tag name also is not present, in that case we use Xpath, okay, location of
Mm-hmm.
that particular web element in that web page, correct?
Yeah.
So how to write Xpath? As I said, we need to write from HTML. You can
Yeah.
see HTML, then body. You can say I'll just
Yeah. Sure.
here you can see this is my HTML
Mm-hmm.
document. Then HTML is my root. Okay,
Yeah.
within the HTML, if you expand it, okay, expand it, you'll get there is a header, there is a body class, because we are not concerned about the header. Okay, header is will contain this title and all. So there
Yeah.
is a body, okay, and just expand the body part. You can see within that body there is a tree structure, right?
Yeah.
HTML, then header, okay, then body, then within that there is a div. As I said, there are different division is present. You can see there is
Yeah.
one division for this particular space, there is one division, and the second division is for another. Okay,
Yeah.
got it? Okay, so you can see this is for another division.
Yeah.
So if I expand it, you can get a different div within that div. Okay,
Yeah.
hierarchy. There are multiple hierarchy present within this division. Okay,
Yeah.
so my intention is to get the location of this particular input box, right? So I need
Okay.
to
Yeah.
find out within which division it is present. So I'll be writing this. uh, okay, so how to get this web element location? First I'll be writing, second,
Uh.
okay, and I'll be writing HTML, then head, then body. Okay, the hierarchy, right? The hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
First HTML I'll be writing to you know go to this particular input box. Okay, okay, so I need to write first HTML. Okay, this is my HTML, so it will contain a whole page. Okay,
Yeah.
I got the whole page. After that I need to write forward slash, okay, to traverse, to go to the next child branch.
Yeah.
Okay, so the child attribute or child branch is present within that HTML are header and body, right? There are
Yeah.
two things, header and body, correct? So
Yeah.
header, within header this element is not present. In body, if you highlight, just hover on that body, it will highlight all this body part. So that means it is present within this body part. Okay, I'll be going into
Yeah.
body like this, traverse to the body, correct?
Yes.
Then after you expand it, all the child present within that body, you can see there is SVG attribute, there is a division. Okay, if you highlight on that division, okay, you
Yeah.
can see within this division it is present. So I'll be going after body, I'll be going to the division.
Yeah.
child of that body. Okay, division. After then traverse to that division, just expand it. So there are multiple division present. So if I
Yeah.
hover on the first one, it will not, you know, mm, it is saying it is not present within this. Second one also it is not present. Third one is not present. Fourth one is not present. If I hover on the this fifth one, okay, it is highlighting
Yeah.
here, right? You can see.
Yes.
If I you know, hover on this, you can see this is being highlighted. So I'll be going to fifth one of div,
Yeah.
and the it is the fifth one div, right?
Yeah.
Because here you can see there are within div there are multiple divs present within same child. Div has uh, suppose 5 or 10 division, or 10 child, right? This
Yeah.
div, this page div has 5 child or 10 child. So
Yeah.
my web element is present within the fifth number child. Okay,
Yeah.
so to identify the fifth number I need to write that thing in bracket, like div
Yeah.
fifth. Correct. So now I am into this fifth number div. So expand it.
Yeah.
Correct. Expand it and go to traverse into this. So I am here now, till here.
Yeah.
Okay. So within that div, there is another div. Correct.
Yeah.
So I'll be going into that again. Let me, I'm here now.
Yeah.
Expand it. So there are multiple divs present. There is one more div present here, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be going into that. Okay. Within that, there are some divs. Okay. So likewise, you need to, you know, traverse into in this way.
Yeah.
Till here, you need to come to this particular position.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
So if you do the same thing, going, you know, div after div. Okay. So you will get this type of XPath.
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of writing this one, this is a very tedious process, right? You can see this is a tedious process, like expanding it and you know, finding the web element, writing like this. It's a tedious process, right? Complicated.
Yes.
So that's why we use Firepath. Okay, Firepath.
Yeah.
It will give you the exact XPath.
Yeah.
Here you can see it is giving you the XPath. So
Yeah.
how to identify the XPath of any particular element? Open up this Firebug or Firepath.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you go to this Firepath. Okay, and here this button you need to click. Then go to any element, any link,
Yeah.
anything. Okay, click on that. Just click on that. It will give you the XPath of that particular element. The path of that,
Yeah.
the location of that particular element, it will give you. Just copy
Yeah.
it and write it over here in your script.
Yeah.
So suppose I want to find element using XPath. Driver dot, one second, driver dot find element
Mm-hmm.
by dot XPath. You need to
Yeah.
this time you need to write by XPath. Okay,
Yeah.
and just paste whatever you have copied from here.
Okay.
From here, whatever you have got the XPath, you just copy it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, fine. So copy it. It will work the same as we use the ID, XPath, everything, right? Sorry,
Yeah.
ID or other thing. Okay, so the element is being identified now. Do whatever, like send keys or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Aditya, similar thing, it will work. Fine.
Yeah.
So this is called this is the whole path from coming from HTML, then body, then division, all thing. You need to come from the root to that particular element. This is called
Yeah.
absolute XPath. Okay,
Yep.
so you will get one question in your interview, that what is the difference between absolute XPath and relative XPath.
Yeah.
Okay, by XPath there is two things. One is
Yeah.
absolute
Yes.
XPath, another is relative XPath. So in absolute XPath, what is absolute XPath? Need to write or need to identify element. Okay,
Yeah.
to identify the element from its root.
Yeah.
Like for example, HTML, then body, then division, etc. Okay,
Yeah.
to write the whole structure. Okay, suppose this if this element is present. Okay, if this element is present in this, in the bottom line, you need to write all the thing from the bottom, from the top to bottom, everything you need to write over here, right? So this is
Yeah.
kind of tedious process, I would say. Okay, instead of using this thing, absolute, we use a relative XPath. So what is relative XPath? Relative XPath is something where we can we can identify the element by relative to the relative to
Yeah.
other elements.
Yeah.
Okay, suppose there are a lot of element present over here. Okay,
Yeah.
suppose I know the I don't know ID of this particular element. Okay, I don't know the
Yeah.
class name. I don't have any any attribute present for this first name, suppose. Okay, but I know the XPath and ID of this particular link test. Okay, so
Yeah.
directly I can identify this element instead of using like HTML, then body, then everything. Okay,
Yeah.
instead of using that, I can directly identify this particular element because I have the ID of this element, right?
Yeah.
Once I identify this element, okay,
Yeah.
fine, I can get, you know, this element because it is next to this particular element, right?
Yeah.
If I can identify this link text, then I can easily identify this first name because after that it will be present. So
Yeah.
let me write one thing. Okay, let me identify the link test. Okay, so
Yeah.
link test. Mm, okay, fine. So I'll be suppose uh, this one. I want to uh, I want to get the relative XPath of this last name input box, but I don't
Yeah.
have, suppose I don't have any ID, any class name or last name input box, but I have
Yeah.
everything for first name. So how to get that? Okay, it
Yeah.
has first name. So how to write the relative XPath? Okay, this is more important. So I have name.
Yeah.
So just pay attention here. Okay. So the first name. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is how I can identify the first name. Now, how to get the second one? Okay,
Mm,
I can traverse back to this division, then get to this division. Okay,
yes.
or I can say it has the class name. Okay, I don't have to go inside it. Okay,
Yeah.
I say this
Yeah.
form, and it has a class name. Okay,
Yeah.
and this is the class name, horizontal path. Okay, so this form I can get the whole form's Xpath. Okay, this
Yeah.
the Xpath, relative Xpath of the whole form. So then I can go inside that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can write, so I get this particular page instantly. Then from there I can navigate to this particular element. How to go there? This thing. Then I need to write fill set.
Yeah.
Okay, after fill set I need to go to this division.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I write division it will select everything. Okay,
Yes.
but I need the which division? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11 or 12, whatever.
Yeah.
12. So let's see which one is okay. It is selecting the this one after that. So
Yeah.
it will be 11. Right?
Yes.
If I write like this, it will select the this one.
Yeah.
Now I need to go to this input inside that. So now it is being selected. Matching
Yeah.
node is 1. You can find it. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
how this XPath we identify, right?
Yeah.
So any question over here,
No, no. As of now, no.
right? So
Yes.
example, I would say, try to find more XPath from your end so that it will, you'll get some practice on that. How to
Okay.
find element. It's kind of, complicated. Not complicated, I would say. It will take some time. It's easy, but it will take some time to, be master on this.
Okay. Sure.
Fine.
Yeah.
So I'm just giving you this link and everything. So go ahead and just try today. I think you have holiday there,
Yes.
so practice as much as you can.
Okay. Sure.
Practice site. I'm giving you this practice site practice form. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
this thing, and also okay, I have already given you this thing.
Yeah.
After then the next class will be covering uh, you know identify identify using CSS
Yeah.
selector. Then after we'll do some operations
Okay.
on the web elements, like we'll do operation like clear,
Yeah.
sorry, clear operation, send keys we have completed, and then we'll use is displayed Okay, will is enabled, so etc. Will do. Then second one will cover about this thing, drop down selection,
Yeah.
drop down selection, then action class. Okay, then we'll be covering. Then we have frames, right? Frames,
Yeah.
window switching, frame switching,
Yeah.
frame handling. Fine. So this thing we'll cover in the next section. Fine.
Sure.